I I don't even want to tell you. I don't even. Lessons learned and stuff. Give people some time to join back up before we so how does everybody feel? It's fixed. It's freaking fixed. So let me clue you in. Apparently, over the last couple of hours, or last hour-ish, Comcast pushed an update out. The update, although it didn't affect my download speed in any way whatsoever, it tanked the upload speed. Absolutely tanked the upload. The upload, while I was sitting here looking at the bit rate, went from, it's supposed to be running at about, 5 to 6K. In between there is what I have it set at for reasons. It kept tanking from like low fives, which I'm used to it being high fives, low sixes, and kind of fluctuating, right? But it was at low fives and dipping down into like 4.5, and I was like, it was actually giving me an orange bar in my little readout thingamajig. I'm using OBS, by the way, if anybody's curious. So as it was dipping down, it was freaking me out a little bit. I was like, I didn't want it to start dropping frames. Then I saw the frames start dropping, and it got down to where it was like low threes, high twos. It was just crashing right there at the end, so I knew something had to be done. I restart the router. Okay? No, they didn't downgrade me. They upgraded me. They upgraded my speed. So now I have more download speed, and I have twice the upload speed that I did before. So, yay? But damn, did you have to do it in the middle of the day on Saturday while people are doing stuff? I mean, I don't know. So, that's fun. That's fun. That's where we're at. There's 25 of us back live here. That's amazing to me. Y'all stuck, like, at least 25 people decided to stick through this BS with me. That's freaking wow. My heart to all you people. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you. So hey, how does everybody feel about let's see, what do we got here? 30 minutes of Judge Fleischer from his criminal docket yesterday? Oh God. Yeah, legal fiction. I absolutely 100%. Oh crap. Hold on. I have more important business that I have to do because of all this now. Hold on. Crap. I forgot. Now I've got to like reset everything. Now I've got to like reset everything. Now I've got woohoo. Talk about that kind of echo. That kind of echo will get you in trouble. That's the kind of echo right there that will get you in trouble every single. Echo! Bring on Texas! Let me see me some Fleischer. All right. Fleischer it is. Thank you for sticking around through the hecacious crapola that is the Comcast update. But yay, we have faster upload speeds. It's not going to buffer at all through Judge Fleischer. Not a bit. And Judge Fleischer is going to be good. This is good. I don't know how much you may have seen scattered from other people, but these are my selections. I have reasons for selecting each and every one of these cases that you see in front of you coming from Fleischer today. I hope you enjoy them. We'll stop that. And we'll move on to Judge Fleischer.
Henderson, Cameron. Ready? Not happy with you. What's the one thing I asked you to do? What's the one thing I asked you to do, Mr. Henderson? Right. You now stand charged with me again with unlawful carrying a weapon. You're facing yet another year on a new case. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On April 11th, officers observed the now defendant traveling without a license plate displayed in the rear of the vehicle. They activated emergency lights and the defendant slowed to a stop. Observed the defendant made numerous furtive movements toward the front passenger floorboard and continued as the officer made the approach. As the vehicle finally came to a stop, the approached the vehicle and detected an odor of marijuana, collected the now defendant's information to confirm the vehicle was not stolen and retained from making further movements. They observed a blue bag located in the front passenger seat that contained a black Taurus G2C semi-automatic 9mm pistol and a bag of marijuana. And due to the fact he's been charged with unlawful carrying a weapon.
You said something was stolen. What was stolen?
They were verifying that the vehicle was not stolen. They just saw their no license.
Got it. Mr. Henderson, do you have a license?
So I'm getting it right now, Your Honor.
If you want to see me sprout horns and a tail, drive again. I swear to God, you drive again, I'm going to have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get in the car and drive. You will now sign this affidavit promising me you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. I don't care if Jesus tells you to take the wheel. You drive, you will be doing a substantial amount of time in jail. As it stands now, I'm revoking your bond. I'm putting you in jail for picking up a new case.
Your Honor, if I may.
Sure.
The new UCW shows a personal bond. You're revoking the previous case, but
He got a PR bond on the new case too? Ixnay on the PR bond A. I will give you a lawyer today and we will talk. But I'm telling you now, your bonds are going sky high, Mr. Henderson. Please have him come swear to this and then we goes him back. Come on up, Mr. McCallum.
How you doing, sir?
How's jail?
For the first time, not too good.
Really? You keep doing stuff that lands you there. So either it must be really fun or something's awry. So Sonia here has asked me to get you and set you a bond to allow you to get out in the free world.
Yes, sir.
Let's think about this. Do you deserve a bond?
Honestly, yes, sir. I've been in jail, senior, like 2 months now, and just really want to just go back to my job, really, so I can get back to continue working.
Problem is that when you get out, you go to a different state and you pick stuff up, right? So for now, you were wanted out of the state of Mississippi. They've got you on, is it a felony evading arrest?
yes, Judge. Felony evading motor vehicle.
Invading in a motor vehicle. And what happened in Florida now?
So he was originally charged with continuous in Harris County in 2021, and it was originally set for jury trial, but he had a bond violation on August 2023, and pursuant to the revocation, he then bond forfeited on September 15, 2023. Then in Florida, they apprehended him on a fugitive warrant from our jurisdiction, and then after he came here in between that time, he committed a new violation for not appearing in Mississippi, and now we're revoking back to Mississippi, pursuant to him revoking from, from Florida for ours. So he had a.
So would we really let you go?
But no, I didn't catch a charge in Florida. I was down there working and I got pulled over while I was down there working. And they said I had a warrant for down here. I didn't catch no charge in Florida. I'm from Mississippi.
Correct.
Yes, sir. I'm from Mississippi. So I've ended up here because the refinery's out here and my job contracted me out here. I was working here and I caught the charge here. And then when I bonded out, you know, they told me that I couldn't stay with my victim no more. So I had to move back home. And when I moved back home, that's when I had ended up with the Mississippi case.
The original charge was in April of 2023. He just failed to appear, and the new warrant for failing to appear in court was January of this year. That's how it's staggered. That's why he didn't get taken in before when he was originally extradited. Because he didn't forfeit until January after.
So how many times has he taken flight?
Technically only 2, but he's technically violated 4. So it's just the way it's staggered, he only got extradited for the fugitive warrant in 2 different states twice.
I don't have faith that if I let you out, you're gonna go to Mississippi. I think you're gonna take flight again. You're gonna ghost us again.
Yes, sir. Well, I have court here. I got a trial start here next month on May 13th. But I live in Mississippi, so I have to go to court in Mississippi because I live there. I gotta come here because I have a paid lawyer for my trial date start next month on May 13th.
Just so the court knows, it got changed after the governor forfeited. It's no longer a jury trial setting, it's a pre-trial setting. I don't know if.
You're not set for trial.
I mean, it was originally separate trial, he is correct, and then it said originally for 517, and then I guess after they revoked it, or something happened with the.
Let me see, perhaps they appointed you a new lawyer and your new lawyer has to get apprised of the situation.
Yes, sir.
Regardless though, I don't have faith that you're gonna do what you're supposed to do. You know, you can't, you go to Florida, you go to Mississippi, you go to Texas. I mean, what's next? Alabama?
My job is I'm a subcontractor.
You're like playing hopscotch with states.
I'm saying my job is a contracting job, so my job, I travel with my job. If you can see my record, I never really got in no trouble but these 2 times right here. These my first time, 2 times in jail in 20 years. I never been in no trouble. This is my first 2 times going to jail.
What other prize does he have?
So.
Traffic.
In Florida, he did have 1, 2, 3. There are 3 moving infractions, but he also resisted an officer, which is an actual charge. And it ended up getting dismissed as not a conviction, but that was in between all the charges because that arrest was on September 2023. In Florida, not Mississippi.
Yeah.
And then.
Regardless, I just don't have faith, man. At some point, it's gonna catch up with you. Now's that time.
I speak on.
Sure.
And well, my case in Mississippi, I wasn't aware of a law enforcement, you know what I mean? So to the reason I got the case, I wasn't aware about anybody was a law enforcement. How I got the case is, you know, just the police. I was in my hotel room and the police, an unmarked vehicle pulled up and I just pulled off. So once I seen it was the police, I pulled over for them. I got on the ground and got out the truck and I was laying down on the ground once they arrived to me.
Evading this warrant here in Harris County.
Warrant here in Harris County, they scheduled me for court on a Tuesday and the judge wasn't here. And then so they scheduled me for the next Tuesday. And within me living from Mississippi, I can't live here. They told me, because me and the victim had a case together, they told me I couldn't live here no more. So I went back to Mississippi, you know, where I live in now. That's the reason why that it's I got an FTA because I didn't show up to court because they scheduled me 2 weeks prior, 1 week they scheduled me for court and I had to drive from Mississippi and the judge wasn't here. So they scheduled me for the following next week. So I went back home to work as I do. And I asked my public attorney, can I do a Zoom call? And he said he was gonna let me know, but prior to that, he didn't get back with me in contact in time. So the only reason why I missed court because I was working, you know, I worked in a refinery. So it's not like I knew I had court and I tried to miss court. I didn't.
You did though.
Yes, sir.
But you did.
Yes, sir.
You
yes,
did.
Sir. Well,
So I just don't have confidence that you're gonna do what you need to do if it's too many times from Mr. McAlpin. So I'm gonna leave it as is, and then, so the option now is if you want to waive formal extradition, right? What that means is they have 14 days to come get you. If Mississippi doesn't come get you in 14 days, they release you, okay? I'll let you guys talk about that to see if that's something that you want to do. If not, we'll just get a day to get a governor's warrant to get you back, okay? Thanks.
And then we're gonna wait.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey.
I'm working on the Julio Guzman for cook.
Mr. Guzman,
Yes.
so you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. What are we doing? Mr. Williams, okay. 3 days with 8 days credit. Is this what you want to do, Mr. Guzman?
I do indeed.
What did he say?
I do indeed.
I didn't hear what he said.
He do the deed.
He do the deed?
Say yes, sir, or no, sir.
I do indeed.
I got to know that you understand what's going on, Mr. Guzman.
Yes.
Mm-mm. You were giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf.
I did it, sir. I did it.
Be quiet, wait till he's done.
It's okay. It's all right. You can- You were giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. You can never come back and change this. Is this what you want to do, Mr. Guzman?
I live with my decisions. That's responsibility.
How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty.
Guilty for that. That I am guilty of.
Well, I feel for you, Mr. Guzman. Unfortunately, that you won't be able to get released just yet, but at least you're done with this one here. I will
Yes.
find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. I'll roll your court costs. So you won't owe anything. And good luck to you, sir.
May all the guilty carry their guilt, even in secret. May all the guilty carry their guilt.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He had an ag assault. What?
Yeah, I guess I'll retaliation. This guy.
Wait, is this one, it's not an arraignment sitting there, right? Did you talk to, Delia? This was
He threatened someone with a shovel. A shovel.
Yeah, well, I'm over here.
What time did Mr. Thomas get here? You, Emmanuel Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Thomas, what time does court start? No. 8:30. Please be here on time. Mr. Thomas, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present and questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you.
On April 12th, officer, with the property manager of the signature stating several subjects appeared to be selling narcotics out of a room located at the business. The manager reported that various individuals were frequently entering and exiting the room and loitering outside the door. Upon arrival, a strong odor of marijuana was smelled from the parking lot, and the door was observed open. After further investigation in plain view were several baggies containing a green leafy or marijuana. As the officer approached the room, he observed an unidentified male sitting in the driver's seat of the vehicle with clear baggies containing marijuana and approached the vehicle. Additionally, a strong odor of marijuana was emanating from the vehicle. The now defendant was a driver who was detained. A search yielded baggies containing 0.252 ounces of marijuana found in the driver's seat. This defendant is on bond for a state jail felony marijuana charge.
He's on bond for a felony weed case, and he just now picked up another weed case. Do we know what the felony court's gonna do?
They filed a motion to revoke on April 15th, but they haven't had that hearing yet that I know of. No, it's set for June 12th, but if they just filed it, I would imagine they're going to want if they notify the court to set a hearing for the pretrial officer. I'm presuming they're getting the information from their CSO. But also note is that in this court, he had a prior dismissed marijuana charge on April 4th as well. So this would.
Mr. Thomas, do you have a Texas driver license? You are not allowed to drive. If I find that you drive, I will have a, look at me. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand? You're signing an affidavit with me today promising me that you're not going to drive until you have a license and liability insurance. Do not drive. I'm now ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. And I'm telling you now, I'm going to test you in 30 days from today. You test positive for dope, for marijuana, I will put you in jail. And if you can't stop, I will put you in a rehab program in the jail that lasts for a minimum of 9 months if you respond well to treatment. You understand? So Jeremiah, 30 days from today, let's see. Yep. Mr. Thomas, you're going to get tested on that day. Do you know what happens if you test positive? What happens? Right. Not only that, but it's very possible now that they revoke your bond in your felony case as well, because you're on bond for a felony dope case. You just now picked up another one and they filed a motion to revoke. So get ready, because it's at some point they're going to revoke that felony bond and a new felony warrant will issue. I would be very careful and talk to your lawyer as soon as you can. I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'll get you to Victoria. We're going to get you out of here to hire a lawyer. And then after that, we'll get you to Jeremiah for your bond conditions. Stop smoking weed. If you want to do that, go to California, Colorado. You can do it as much as you want there. You live in Texas. That way.
Okay.
So Pavel, let me tell you.
Yes, ma'am.
3 to 4 days for urine test. If saliva, 1 to 4 days. Hair follicles, 90 days. So if she's gonna be taking random UAs, her next one, I believe by next week, Thursday, she shouldn't be showing up for Oxy. So you can order her to not take Oxy anymore. If she's in pain, she can stick to ibuprofen or Advil for the time being. Since she doesn't have a valid, a recent prescription.
So here's the thing, Pavel.
Yes, Judge.
So I've got Chisholm on the phone now, and what she's saying is that she had a prescription from January of 23. And Miss Mathis is trying to say that she had the pills since that time and takes it as needed. And I'm saying,
Yeah, I mean, I don't,
if someone has a prescription for Oxy, they don't hold it for a year. In 3 months, they take it because it's Oxy, you know? People who take Oxy don't have the control to hold that many for that long.
yeah, I mean, I just, I don't see what you would hold Oxy for. I mean, with this, I've had it for surgery. That's all I can think of.
And the Oxy is just too strong, it's too potent, and it's way too addictive for someone to just hold it. I don't believe that for a second.
And to be honest, Judge, I it's a fair belief. I do think that if she is in some sort of pain, I think that since she has a current prescription, you can order her not to take Oxy. Of course, not to take any.
I already have ordered her not to take it.
No, any unprescribed. Any illegal drugs that didn't. I don't believe your order included the prescribed drugs. However, in this case, you've already put her on the TMP list. I called Mr. Gregg from that list, and they said yes. They mentioned your name to me, and they said that you've put her on that list. So even if she does go to another doctor, then they would be wary of putting her on another prescription because of your concern. So if she's in pain, they're probably going to give her, worst case scenario, a high dosage of ibuprofen. That way, if she pops up for opiates again, maybe next Thursday, because opiates are apparently, according to Healthline, it only stays in your system in urine for only 3 to 4 days. So she should be clear of opiates by next week, Thursday. That way, if she does show up for opiates, then at that point in time, she can be locked up because you ordered her not to take it. She doesn't have a new prescription, which is fair.
What do you think, Pavel?
What's the request?
Test her on, let her out, test her on Thursday, and order her not to take Oxy at all. That's assuming that she even held the 100 pills until now.
Absolutely.
From January 23. I don't believe that for a second.
And it's partially because, like you said, that she can't, even if she did hold it, I don't think law allows you to have a prescription for over 90 days. If I'm not mistaken, if it's a 90-day-old prescription, then you should not be taking those drugs because, of course, those drugs expire.
That's true. That part's true, but I don't think there's like a regulation on that. But the is this her first fail? Not her first failed exam?
How many times has she failed, Miss Mathis?
We just started her because she has
She's, how many?
two prior BBRs, if that's what you're talking about.
This is her third bond violation, right? But what were the other bond violations for?
She didn't get an interlock
I think it's
violation,
one
and then she
second.
had a curfew violation.
First one, she didn't get the interlock. The second one, she had a curfew violation, and
yes,
now she's got
yes,
this
yes.
one.
So
You might bring in Miss Mathis out.
we have addressed those bond violations. I guess I don't know how potent this test is, but on the DWI, the allegation is hydros. So hydros, oxys, they have the same effects. It seems
They
like.
don't have the same effect. No. Oxy is so much more powerful. It's
No,
just
they're
crazy.
just as addictive, is what I mean. Like, how you can get addicted to hydros.
It's no. Hydro is addictive. Oxy, it's 15,000 times it's, I'm telling you, it's, once you start, it's.
We could, I think we could approach that and give her a chance, but with regards to the drugs, we've given her chances on the other
I
violations.
don't think you can stop. And I'm ready to put you in a rehab program right now. because I think that you are pulling the wool over my eyes. You are forum shopping for pills. I have now put you on the list. And you have 2 times gotten a prescription. I talked to the compliance officer with one of the doctors. He told me you have a prescription for 120 oxy from 12/6/22. And then you had another prescription from January 23 for another 100 pills of oxy. I do not believe that you kept 100 pills for the oxy to be able to take it now to where you had a positive result. I think that you're getting it off the street. And I want to put you in a rehab program now. I'm going to have you every Monday and Thursday come here and test. And the next time you test positive, I'm going to hold you in contempt, slap you with 180 days in jail, probate it for 2 years, and put you in a rehab program. Do you understand? You are not to take any drugs, any hydrocodone, any opiates. I don't care if you have a prescription. I'm ordering you not to take it, even with a valid prescription. If you have pain, then you must find another way, either ibuprofen, Aleve, Tylenol, Excedrin, another way, but no more controlled substances, whether prescribed or not. And the next time you have been advised what's going to happen. You will sign an affidavit with me right now, promising me that you're not going to take any prescribed or controlled medications. Do you understand? You are now on your 3rd bond violation as it stands now. The next one, I'm going to light you up. Do you understand, Ms. Mathis? I'm up to here. No driving, no taking any controlled substances, whether prescribed or not, no alcohol, no more bond violations. You've now been apprised. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt because you had the prior script from 2023. In my heart, I know that you don't have those pills. And this is the only other time you will ever get another benefit of the doubt from me. You need to do whatever you can to address the demons in your life, because if you don't, I'm going to do it for you the next time. You must also start doing 3 NAs per week, and I want proof that you're in attendance doing the NA program. Do you understand? If you don't have proof the next time you come here that you've done NA classes, Narcotics Anonymous, you're going to stay with me. Can you please swear to this? Okay. Please, Ms. Mathis. All right, Ms. Chisholm, that's it. This is the last ditch effort, huh?
Absolutely.
I won't entertain anything else. That's it. Okay?
Yes, sir, understood. Yes,
All
sir.
right, all right, Chisholm, you're the best.
Thank you, might be excused.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Have a great
Judge.
weekend.
Bye-bye. You too. Bye-bye.
We did it! We did it! We made it through! Oh my god, yeah. So what'd you think? Did you think those were interesting cases from the Fleischer docket? I thought they were all pretty interesting, personally. And I mean, there were other interesting cases in that docket. Don't get me wrong. I saw pieces of that docket floating around everywhere, and I'm not really sure how much other people picked up. I just, those are the ones that kind of stood out to me and kind of spoke to my sensibilities and all that type of stuff. But hey, look, this chat is the best. You people coming in and hanging out are all the best. I really appreciate y'all, and we're going to do this again. We're doing it every Saturday. I'm going to keep going. Saturday morning at 11 a.m. my time, which is noon Eastern Standard Time. Translate that as you must. Whatever. But hey, it's been a blast today. It's been an adventure, to say the least. It's not necessarily been without its trials in more than one way. We've had some animal friends drop by. And right now I've got to get ready to take my little animal puppy friends to see their actual mother. So I'm going to get ready to do that. I really appreciate everybody dropping by and saying hello and doing all the things we do. Mostly helping me comment on these videos. These videos, just for those who aren't aware, will be broken off and isolated into individual portions and used as isolated videos on the channel throughout the week. So if you don't like the long form content, this does turn into some short form content. And if you ever miss a show, you can always look for individual sections of the show in the regular interesting court stuff playlist. And I hope to see everybody next week at the same Wolf time, same Wolf channel. And we'll have more Titans of the bench to present. I'm thinking maybe some more Texas and Michigan mashup. We'll see. It'll be interesting no matter what it is. I said goodbye 3 times, so y'all have a good weekend. We'll see you next time. I'm your Lone Wolf. I'm out.